Hello artists, I recently got back from the magical Peter Doig exhibition. He's currently showing at the Courtauld in London. If you are here, please do go and see it. It's a fantastic show despite it being a little bit small. But if the exhibition date has already passed by the time you're watching this, here is my video archive. One of the first paintings you run into is Doig's Music, Two Trees, where he's depicted a lively scene with two calypso singers performing alongside a woman passing on a donkey. Many of the paintings on show are connected directly with Doig's living experience of Trinidad, some being worked on for several years before being brought to and finished in London, where he resides now. This painting was one of the smaller works on show, but colour-wise it was one of my favourites. The bright red contrasted against the softer cool background was a treat to look at. Night Bathers is the first enormous canvas you come across and is a depiction of Trinidad's Maracas Bay, which appears in an almost dreamlike state. The colour scheme and the glowing atmosphere was influenced by Doig witnessing phosphorescence, which occurs when millions of marine organisms light up the ocean at night. In this work, I was particularly paying attention to the surface of the canvas, some areas having thicker, more built-up paint that might have possibly been applied with a palette knife, in contrast with more neatly placed lines. Moving on to another moonlit space, Doig's self-portrait at the Fernandez compound presents Doig in his Trinidad studio space, a place where he commonly painted at night. Warm and cold patches of colour are illuminated by the bright pale light of the moon, and I actually took a quick look at the side of the canvas to try and work out how he prepared his surfaces. The final nocturnal piece, Painting on an Island, depicts an artist working on the beach with Trinidad's prison island illuminated in the background. The island is significant to Doig as he previously visited it after learning that some of the prisoners had become painters. Following his visit, he has helped organise shows for the prisoners on an annual basis. Night Studio, Studio Film and Racket Club, is another self-portrait of Doig in his Trinidad studio standing in front of his painting Stag. The title and the painting contain several references to other activities happening at his studio, such as public film screenings and racquetball. The next painting, House of Music, Soca Boat, is almost my favourite. Doig based this on a photograph of fishermen displaying their catch, but transformed them into musicians armed with their warm instruments. This painting is an excellent demonstration of how well Doig transforms photo references into his own work, something that is incredibly difficult to do without making a painting look dead. The soft washes building up the ocean and sky give clarity to the slightly bolder, well-defined figures residing in the boat, allowing us to enjoy Doig's limited colour palette. Next is my absolute favourite piece in the show, Alice at Bosco's, that took Doig many years to complete and is a depiction of his daughter lying in a hammock at home in Trinidad. The painting in person has a stunning vividness to it, with the brighter colours contrasting with the almost ghost-like faded figure lying horizontal across the canvas. The softer, rounded foliage contrasted against the hard tiles creates a cosy space, and are also a great demonstration of Doig's control over warm and cool colours. The following painting, Music Shop, depicts the famous Trinidadian singer Shadow holding his guitar in front of an old music shop. The coat he is wearing is embellished with a faded skeleton, and if we look closer at the windows we can see views across the sea which might suggest the shop being a kind of entrance to the island itself. Next is the monumental alpinist. As a lifelong skier himself, Doig has visited the subject of snow, mountains and skis many times in his work already, and for this painting he used an old postcard as a reference point to scale up, transform and create this massive work. The skier in the center is rocking a harlequin costume, a motif that has long been associated with the idea of being a creative outsider, and the crossed over skis are a possible suggestion to pilgrimage. The intricate patterns occupying the middle section of the background create an immense space when contrasted against the loose, water-like brushwork used in the foreground. Bather depicts a massive, towering figure standing on a very cool shoreline. This particular figure is a reoccurring character in Doig's work, and originally sprung from a black and white photograph of the actor Robert Mitchum posing on a beach. The final painting of this video, Canal, is another wonderfully vivid painting with an alluring perspective. The painting is of Regent's Canal in London, one of Doig's first paintings using London as a subject since his arrival in 2021, and the child on the right is his son eating breakfast. The bright red bridge is obviously the centerpiece of this work, but it's the subtle mark making throughout the composition that holds everything together. From the snow-like leaves of the tree to the few chosen bricks and the details of the path, all create a joyful route for your eyes to dart around and simply enjoy the painting. Don't forget to subscribe for more art videos and click here to dive into another exhibition. Thanks for watching, and here is my awkward goodbye.